Well, hi everybody. It's Jane from Living Skies Vintage. I've got a couple of cards that I need to catch up on, so I did get started a little bit, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So I like to join a particular lady called Kathy Berg and on her channel, and it's called Hangout in Art, and she does it every Tuesday in the mornings. I believe it's at 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern. I have to look it up because my time she comes on way earlier because I'm in the West. But I will explain to you what I'm doing. So what I've got here is actually a giant playing card, and I've already glued down a piece of magazine because of the prompts that I've received. So you can see it's a giant playing card. It's about another 1/3 bigger than a regular playing card. This one I'm getting ready to do on the second project that I need to do for her. Now the prompts that she had for July the 1st, and that's the date that I'm working on, was ribbon, playground, shoes, flags, a photo, and then the colors of crimson orange, mimosa, raspberry, and royal blue. So I'm thinking that I can probably get away with this for crimson. I could change this to be royal blue, and I might just kind of add this as a little flag on the top of my card. So that deals with the flags. This background I picked because it had that orange on it, and it was kind of representing a playground with the little girl playing on it. And then I picked this for my photo, which I'm going to put here. And I'm going to put, I think, this pair of legs right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of making it so that this little boy is asking his mommy if he can go out to play. And she's telling him he needs to change his shoes first. So I have a piece of ribbon here. You see I didn't have the top of her legs. I have a piece of ribbon here that I think I'm just going to make, glue it on and make it kind of like her skirt up in the corner there. So that'll take care of ribbon and royal blue. I got that. I got my photo. The only thing that I haven't done in this particular one is have a raspberry color, which I think this will do. I'm just going to probably darken it up with an alcohol marker, which I have right here. I have all sorts of things in my little art cupboard that I keep paints and all sorts of things in there. So this is a Ohuhu alcohol markers. I think the raspberry color, and I'll just test this on this little piece of paper. Yeah, it'll be kind of more like this old red. So I'm going to take this marker and I'm going to move this off to the side. I am going to use the other end, and I think the most that I'm going to need is 4 flags. Let's just cut that right now. Now the orange, the yellow, and the silver and the blue are kind of additional. It doesn't matter if you have additional colors. I'm just trying to make this red a little more raspberry for my prompts. What I do after these are done, and Kathy certainly encourages people to do so, is I go over to the Facebook page by the same name, Hangout in Art, and I post these. Now I've been doing this since the start of the year, and so every week we get a new prompt from Kathy, several prompts, and she pulls them randomly, or she asks other people to pull them randomly. So here we go. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to take this ribbon, like this side. If I take it there, and I want about twice as much, because I'm going to gather it up and try and make it a little ruffly. And I think I only need her 1 foot in here. I thought I might need both. I think I'll use both. Just the edge off there. And then if I take this and I do this kind of to make a skirt to gather it up there, I do have a stapler that I am going to use to staple this fabric. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's usually sitting here on my desk. Ah, there it is. There it is. So you can see I'm just taking all of that fabric and gathering it to make a little floret there. Hold on tight. Let's see if I can get it all in the stapler, which should hold it enough so that I can then glue it to my card. Oh, get under there. Well, that didn't work quite well. Let's see if I can do that. I also have, maybe what I'll do is I'll just use a needle and thread to do that, which isn't that hard. Hold on. Needle and thread coming right up. Yes, I have lots and lots of things. Actually, this would be a great needle to do that with. And have a dark thread. I'm not going to be too particular about the color of the thread, but I have a very long needle right at the moment, which will help when I do the gathering. Okay. So I'll put this over here so you can see I'm just old sewing trick. The things we do for our cards. Right, it's kind of solving a couple of things for me. And as long as I can make somewhat of a story out of my cards, I really like it that way. I can make some kind of a relatable story. Okay. Push that through. There we go. Pull through that. Pull that out of there. I'm going to pull that needle all the way through. Voila! The thread is still there. And I'm going to gather it back up again. Okay. There we go. And then that's what we'll do. Is I'll just take this thread. Sorry, I should do this in front of you. I'll just take this thread that I have in there that's making that, and I am just going to tie a knot right here if I can, just because I want to keep it gathered a little more. There. That works. Okay. Oops. Came a little undone. Let's try that again. And there. I just need that to hold just long enough so I can decide where to put the feet, where her skirt's gonna be. There we go. And him. Put her right about there. That right about there. And he can sit there. And then I can have a little balloon. So let's get some glue going. I think that I'm going to need a white glue for this ribbon. And I do have some of that right here. And while I have it out, I might as well use it for, no, I'll use my ooh-hoo-hoo stick for that. We'll just get this on, because it'll dry, take a while to dry. I'll trim the ribbon once everything's stuck down, these rough edges here. Let's bring my little parchment paper over again. Oh yes, and I have the flags I have to put on there too. So he's going to sit about there. So I'm just going to take my glue stick, which is what I use to paste down this background too. These are great for crafting. Certainly not a professional grade glue, but you know, this, I do all this for myself. So as long as it stays together for a certain decent length of time, I'm not too concerned. Now, one thing I do like to do is use a credit card. Not the way I normally would use a credit card, but I'm using a credit card to just kind of flatten down the, flatten them down a little bit. Get some of that crud off of his face. Put a little scratch on there, but I can live with that. And then I'm just gonna move that off of there while I put the glue on the shoes and the legs. And the reason I use the card is it actually does spread this glue out fairly evenly across the thing I'm gluing down. Ooh. That foot to be around there. You notice her shoes have a little bit of the blue in them too. Very stylish lady. And then use my credit card. See, I can see there's a bit of glue under there. I'm just going to push that. There we go. That's better. That gets glued down firmly. I just need a tiny bit right there for her leg. Just a tiny bit of that. I'll trim her foot later. Here's the skirt that I want to put on her, which is the ribbon. So that will work there. Make sure that that glue is on. Oh, don't do that. Now I might add a little button or something on there too. That'll work. Oh, I know what I could do. This will keep it attached, and then I'll cover up the staples. Yo, that's not falling off of that card anytime soon. So there we go. I've got a ribbon. I've got that, and then the only thing I have left to do is add some flags, which I'm going to hang under here. Is it gonna hang out nicely? Might not use these flags. Might use something else. I don't have to. Oh, I know what I could find. Maybe I could find a picture of a flag and put it on there. I have lots of buttons. I don't think I've got a flag button though. Let me just think. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I decided I didn't really need to find a flag that I could make actually a flag for my card, which is a paperclip flag with some threads off of it. Now I might use some of this, but I do have some embroidery thread that I could use also. Let me see. I'm not sure if I even have, oh, I do have, I've got some green ribbon over there. It's not one of the required, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pink this edge. Let me just see if I can get it. Yeah, I can. There we go. I wanted to pink the edge so it wouldn't run too much. And I'm just going to do that over here. Give her, see, that worked out, I think, pretty good. I got a royal blue, I've got some nice gold, and then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the paperclip flag, put it over here, and then that will cover her staples on her leg, and I still have some place to write something if I choose to. So let me just get this set. I'm just gonna grab some embroidery thread that I've kind of finished using, so I keep it around just to be able to do it. Now, am I missing a color here? Crimson orange, mimosa. It's kind of a light pale orange, so I've got both of those in there. I don't have raspberry because I didn't do that flag, or royal blue, so let me see. I've got a really dark raspberry red thread there. Do I have a royal blue in this stash? No. Let me see. I have another one over here. Always keep your old embroidery stuff. No. No, I don't. Hold on. One more. One more try here. Oh. And not even in there that I would call it. All right, we'll just use the raspberry. The blue that's on the ribbon will do, as will the blue on the paperclip. So I'm just gonna take this a bunch of times, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. One more time. That would make a nice flag when I do that at the end. So let's just do this. Put you in there. I don't really know how to make flags. I'm just making it up as I go. But now that I've got it in that loop, I can loop it through itself. There we go. Oh yeah, that'll make a nice long flag. And I can just tighten that. I like that way better. We'll put that like so. And then I'll take this and cut all these loops so that I can make more of a fringe. Oh, last loop. Come on, loop, get in there. Cut you all at the same time. There we go. Oh, I missed one. No, I didn't. That just curled back down, did it? All right, that one curled back down. There. Pull some of these out a little bit. Where? I got a flag on my card. I've got ribbon. I have a playground. I've got shoes. I used a photo, and then I've got the crimson orange, mimosa, raspberry, and a little bit of the royal blue in here. And this is going to be, Mommy, can I go out to play after you change your shoes? So let me see if I can write something in here with a, will this work on that? I'm not sure. Nope. White. I want white. Prefer a little black. Yeah, this one might do. It's a fine point Sharpie. Let me see. You can go and play after you change your shoes. Change your shoes and go, and you can go and play. I like that, I think. Change your shoes and you can go and play. Change your shoes. Can play. Change your shoes and you can play. How's that? So there we go. I got one card. I got one card done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I kept most of it in frame for you. I do have another one to do to catch up. I think that I will put that on another show, another video, and that I'll have to pick up a few things for that, including a platypus. Okay, well, I got one. I'm gonna get this posted, and I'll put up the video. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope you come back again soon and join me. My name is Jane from Living Skies Vintage, and if you've made it to the end, please give me a share, a like, subscribe even, and put a heart in the comments. I sure would like to hear from you, and I'd like to get back. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.